Yes, it's me, Gregory D, and I'm back with the 5th installment of my meal prep series. So for today's dish, we're going to be cooking home chicken. This was one of my dad's favourite dishes. It's a Nigerian dish originally. If you're into spicy dishes, spicy chicken even, you're in for a treat. A few things to mention then before we jump into our ingredients breakdown. As always, I'm going to be cooking 5 meals. But for this one, you're probably going to end up with more like 7 or 8, depending on how big you like your portions, because you do get loads. I've done most of the shopping at ALDI, with the exception of a couple of bits I got from TESCOS. There's a full breakdown in the description, and I've calculated cost relatively to allow us to calculate exact cost per meal. For instance, white rice won't cost you 30p, but the amount, 2 cups that we use for this recipe will cost you approximately 30p. With that all being said, the grand total per meal will cost you only £1.17. Let's jump in. Here we go then. Gas mark 6 for the oven, or 200 degrees. I'm just going to prep this chicken. You don't have to do too much to it. I put a bit of garlic and thyme on it, but just get it in the oven. Half time, bring it out the oven. And we're just going to turn it over and return it to the oven for another 50 minutes, giving us a 140 in total cook. So when it comes out, just make sure it's cooked. I'm just going to drain off these juices now. I'm going to skim off the fat with my bent spoon, my little bent teaspoon. And now, after the chicken's cooled, I'm going to pick it. So we pick that chicken. I'm just going to roughly chop up 2 large red onions. And if you've got a garlic press, by all means get it out. If you've got it, flaunt it. I can never seem to find mine. So into the pan goes the onions. And these onions, the finer you chop them, the quicker they're going to cook. These red onions are renowned for being quite tough. You might have to add a bit of water to them to soften them up like I have in the early stages, because what you don't want is the dish coming together and the onions still being tough. So if you need to take a bit of time at this stage, do it before you put the garlic in. After the garlic, in goes the chicken, as you see. Starting to moisten up a little bit now. I'm just going to put 2 tablespoons of thyme into this now. Mix that in. And in goes the Pasata. I'm adding 2 cartons of this. I should be re-adding the chicken stock at this point, but you'll see me re-add that later. It's not the first time I've made a mistake. And the spinach goes in. It says 10 balls on my recipe breakdown, but realistically 4 or 5 would be okay. Crumble in a stock cube, a chicken stock cube, then the cayenne pepper goes in, and see here, we're re-adding that chicken stock with the fat drained out, and that's starting to come together nicely. Season well with salt and pepper. I'm going to add some honey now. I'm looking for that silky consistency, that sweet heat. You need a bit more heat, a bit more cayenne. Get that flavour bang on. Just going to start on a rice. And I'm choosing long grain rice. This is a 10-minute cook. It usually says on the packet how long it should take. We're going 1 part rice, 2 parts water, so 4 cups of water go in. Salt and pepper to season, and we're going to boil that quite hard for about 10 minutes whilst our chicken's bubbling on the other stove. And here we go. That rice looks about right. And here we have our home chicken. And I like to get the meal prep containers out, portion up, allowed to cool and refrigerate. You can reheat for up to 3 days or freeze and reheat. And if I don't look excited, there's something seriously wrong. So guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to click that like button, share, not just the food, but the video as well, obviously. Drop me a comment. I really hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I have. I'll see you on the next one.